and relatively low commodity prices, which is, puts a big squeeze on some of our best ag producers, are eating into working capital, and it's a very dire situation on the family farm. But appreciate y'all being there, appreciate the new technologies that are helping to address these concerns. My first question for you would be for Mr. Horton. As mentioned, it's becoming ever more expensive to farm. Margins continue to shrink, and I've been adding that a little bit, but how does your technology or your service help farmers achieve the benefits in a way that can help both small, medium, and large producers become more efficient?
Good question, Congressman. Yes, as one of our customers always tells me in the ag business, farming is hard enough. And the way precise positioning helps farmers is that when you farm a field, if you drive the tractor manually, you'll have anywhere from 10 to 20% of overlap. Like you basically drive over the same area multiple times. By having centimeter accurate GPS, you're able to let the machine steer itself, and it avoids that overlap. And that translates directly into reduced input costs such as fuel and chemicals when you're spraying. And that really drops to the bottom line. Now, traditionally, centralized solutions to this problem have either lacked coverage in certain areas or they've been pretty darn expensive, and that's provided a hard time for smaller operators to get an ROI with the technology. Through this kind of community-based approach that what is how this blockchain-based GeoNet network works, we've been able to bring that cost substantially down and introduce the precision agriculture technology to a lot of new farmers.
Tremendous. And then how does that work? So does their combine or tractor sprayer have to be equipped with certain, obviously, software and hardware to be able to utilize the technology?
Yes, sir. So there's two solutions. One solution is to use the technology that's already on the equipment, and most modern equipment, or I should say all modern equipment being built today by folks like John Deere, Case, and AGCO does come equipped, ready to connect to a network like GeoNet. And then there are solutions for retrofitting machines. So you can put on a retrofit kit that will actually sort of put a motor on the steering wheel, which will let it to automatically steer. And those are also extremely popular and let you utilize older assets and bring value out of them.
Great. Well, thank you for having this hearing. As an aside, I'll never forget 20 years ago, I was in real estate business when I called my dad, and I knew he was planting, right? And I said, "Hey, Dad, what are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm sitting on the side of the field." And I said, "Why is that?" And he said, "Well, my satellite's down."
Yes,
and
sir.
I remember that moment knowing things are never going to be the same because he no longer, spend the $30,000 to put markers on the side of the planter because you don't need them. But if the technology doesn't work, you're entirely shut down.